More now on our top story, and officials in Turkey say they fear up to 1,000 people have been killed in an earthquake that struck the eastern of the country, the city of Van near the Iranian border. Our Middle East correspondent Anne Barker has more.
The powerful tremor flattens scores of buildings. It's the strongest quake to hit Turkey in years. The death toll is still climbing and hundreds are feared dead or injured under the rubble. As the extent of the damage became clear, desperate survivors used their bare hands to reach those still trapped under one multi-storey building.
They rescued 2 people. They were injured, but 4 people are reportedly trapped under the rubble.
As night fell, emergency workers and civilians continued the search with the use of a generator to power the lighting. Electricity was cut when the power lines collapsed. At one site, 3 teenagers were believed to be trapped under this building. Residents clambered over the debris, yelling, "Is anyone there?" Seismologists say the quake's epicentre was 5 kilometres deep outside Van, near the district of Erigis, where at least 80 buildings collapsed. The local hospital has been overwhelmed with the dead and wounded. Turkey's Red Crescent has sent a rescue team with tents, blankets and food. Already more than 70 aftershocks have continued to shake the area. Anne Barker, ABC News.
We can take you to the city of Van now in eastern Turkey, where that desperate rescue operation is well underway. It is night time in Turkey and power has been cut as a result of the quake. Telephone lines are down too, as we believe. So not only do rescuers have trouble clambering over the rubble trying to find where those reportedly dozens of shouts for help are coming from, they're obviously having trouble communicating with the outside world because of the power lines that are down. As you heard from Anne Barker there, that quake was massive in magnitude, 7.2. There are always also a series of aftershocks, one of which measured close to 6, so an indication of just the how devastating those quakes have been. 45 buildings alone in the city of Van reported down, although it's fair to expect that toll to probably increase as dawn breaks and rescuers can survey the full extent of the damage there. Pleas for international help are already starting to be made. The city of Van, Virginia, is quite remote from the rest of the country. Yeah. It is virtually right on the border with Iran, so obviously rescue crews are being dispatched from various other parts of Turkey and from other parts of the region to get to that rescue effort we're watching now.
That geographic location then so close to the border of Iran will be the clue for you to explain and for you to understand just how cold it is there at the moment. It's reported to be bitterly cold as we head into mid-October and towards November. I mean, that's a part of the world where snow starts to fall really quite early on. According to authorities, there are about 25 to 30 buildings were brought to the ground in the nearby district of Irches. That was according to the Deputy Prime Minister Beşir Atalay. He said that to reporters just in the last couple of hours. And as I mentioned earlier, according to Turkey's own Earthquake Research Institute, between 500 and 1,000 people could have perished in that earthquake, but these are still very early figures. You just have to look at the pictures that we have for you of the devastation to get a sense of in a closely and densely populated area, just how many people might be there.
Rescuers are being forced to use their bare hands to dig through the rubble. We're told one rescue effort is focused on a student dormitory near the city of Van, which has collapsed, and lots of cries for help coming from underneath the rubble there.